Hello, and welcome to a double unboxing from secondhand sellers TT Books. So, I'm going to start with the smaller one because I made a little starting cut there, which should make it much easier to open. The other one's going to give me more trouble. I don't know which books are in each, but I'm really hoping there's one that I'm very excited about that I think I'm going to put in the thumbnail video, so you've probably already seen. I'm hoping that's in the other one, because this one doesn't have much packaging to it. Not much padding at all. So this is a lot of 4 Dark Harvest limited editions. So Dark Harvest was a publisher of mostly horror, but in the case of these books, a little bit of thrillers as well. So they are now defunct. They don't exist anymore. But they published a good number of limited editions in their day. I really like their limited editions. Their lettered editions are gorgeous. I own 2 of their lettered editions, which are both the Robert McCammon lettered editions. And they came in these very nice wooden slipcases. I should show you that one day. Anyways, the very exciting ones in the next box. But here we have 4 editions from Dark Harvest. These ones come in their little slipcases. Nothing too overly fancy with them, but nice slipcases nonetheless. They got a little bit of markings on them, but we'll live. So up first we have Nancy Pickard's Jenny Kane Mystery Generous Death. Introduction by Carolyn G. Hart. So all of these are signed limited editions. They have nice material that matches the slipcase. There we go. Was this? One of them features, yes, it's this one. Oh my God, Jenny Kane is privy to the charitable intentions of the area's wealthy citizens, and they start showing up dead. And there's a clue that says Jenny might be next. So Jenny has to hop to it. And it is signed by Nancy Pickard and Carolyn G. Hart. It was limited to 300 copies of number. This is 104. There's no interior illustrations, but that's fine. Nice kind of spacing throughout. But yeah, I mean, decent end papers, decent production overall. It kind of reminds me of Fantasia Press in terms of like the materials matching the slipcase. Very nice. This edition alone would have cost $45. It did not cost me $45, so the prices can be had for a little bit cheaper. Next one up here is Secret Strangers by Thomas Tessier, or Tessier. This one deals with a babysitter who finds some incriminating photos. Once again, the material of the boards match the slipcase. Very nice all around. Anyways, babysitter finds incriminating photos, decides to try to blackmail the owner of the photos, and things don't go very well. This is signed by Tessier, right there. Very nice. 250 copies here. A little bit smaller text, a little more cramped than the last one, but that's fine. I bought all of these in kind of a lot, which is very nice. This one I think may have actually been exclusive. What was the date on this? So when I was reading online, it almost seemed like it was exclusive. I guess it may not have been. It says first edition, not first special edition, so this might be the very first edition. A lot of the other ones were all reprints, like the ones we're going to get in the next box. So neither of these were too exciting. And I apologize, because you want to see the good stuff. You want to see the king. And like I said, I think I'm putting it in the thumbnail, so you already know who's signing this next one. This one is taped to hell and back. Oh, look at that. We're gonna just Hulk through it. This one thankfully has a little more packaging in it, so would have been nervous if this one was packed like the other one was. Nice packing material out of there. Thank you, TT Books. And some bubble wrap to boot. So anyways, 2 more special editions here. One is signed by the king himself. I wonder who it could be. You've probably already seen in the description and the thumbnail. 2 more books. First up, we'll save the best for last. First up, we got Blood Test by Jonathan Kellerman. So Kellerman, in addition to being an author, was actually a psychiatrist. A little tight squeeze there. And so his stories follow Dr. Delaware, who is also a psychiatrist. Much like Kellerman. There we go. Blood Test deals with a psychiatrist who's called in for a very ill child. And there's the king himself, Dean Koontz. There we go. All right, the video's over. I'm kidding, of course. Bigger margins on this one, but still kind of cramped text. It's not too cramped, I should say. It's not too bad. Anyways, the Dr. Delaware is called in for a sick child, and it sounds like the child and the family just kind of up and vanish. And so, chaos ensues, I suppose. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, this one. This, my friends, is The Sins of the Fathers by Lawrence Block, who is very famous for his Matthew Scudder novels, of which this is one. Matthew Scudder is terrific. I would recommend reading When the Sacred Gin Mill Closes. Absolutely top-notch. And Block is still writing to this day. Also, Block's from Buffalo, so shout out to that. Block's still writing to this day, and Subterranean Press has been publishing a lot of his stories lately. So, including some Matthew Scudder stories. Once again, the material of the book matches the material of the case. And if you couldn't tell by who was doing the introduction, this is not only signed by Lawrence Block, but also Stephen Koenig. Right there. Stephen Koenig. Very beautiful. It's limited to 400 copies, signed by Block and Stephen King, which is phenomenal. I mean, King only wrote the introduction, but it's still a King signature. But yeah, this is much smaller than the other titles. And, I think for the whole set of the 4 of them, I like Dark Harvest. I don't mind adding more Dark Harvest to my collection. For the 4 of them, I think it did pretty good. It's kind of funny. The dust jacket, unfortunately, it's a little chewed up, but I don't think there's anything in particular that sets this dust jacket apart, so I could probably find an unsigned copy that might be in better condition. So the dust jackets are probably the same between the trade edition and the signed edition. So thank you very much, TT Books, for this incredible transaction. Thank you for packaging these books very well. The other 2, they survived. They did well. They don't seem to be dinged up at all, so I'll take it. But anyways, that is a Stephen King signature to the collection. I do not have a ton of them. I don't like the sound of that. There we go. Almost sounded like it was ripping. I didn't think I was being forceful. I don't have too many King signatures in the collection, and most of them aren't actually like King novels. A lot of them are anthologies. Like I have the Night Vision series from Dark Harvest, one of which is signed by King. Or I have, what else do I have? I have Blockade Billy, which is signed by King, which is a King novella. I don't really have any flat signed. I don't have a single flat signed King signature. They're all from special limited editions, which is fine by me. He doesn't really sign anymore. I got into the game too late to have collected him back in the day. And now it's like he doesn't sign anymore. And when he does have a signature, it's like just an absolute bloodbath. Like the whole later fiasco. Don't even get me started on that. But anyways, something like this, I'm still glad to add it to my collection. If you've watched this long for the whole video, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. It helps me out. And we'll see you around next time.